Hello and welcome to Mind Fitness. I am Jamaluddin. I am the founder of Mind Fitness, the world's first real-time brainwave-based mental health assessment, therapy and training tool for professionals and individuals. Today I would like to share how mind wandering affects a person's mind and why mind wandering is considered to be one of the most destructive ailment of the mind. I will try to demonstrate it through scientific data from the brain waves, how it affects the whole mind. Mind wandering is considered to be one of the first ailment, a disorder which you need to address in every ancient meditation traditions. So today I am showing you a session that I did when I had one of the most wandering mind. So people who are not familiar, this is the Mind Fitness dashboard where you can see your brain waves according to your functions of mind. So instead of alpha, beta, gamma and associating those with other subjective experience and functions of mind, through our own research we have found the brainwave frequencies associated with mental functions. So we have developed an algorithm which can identify the specific frequencies, and we find what is the power spectral density of that specific frequency associated with specific mental function, and we plot it in real time. So this is an session already done and this is the report. We have here real-time graph, and this is the whole graph for the whole session, and based on this real-time graph we have state of mind report and functions of mind report and what were the probable disorders. So I'll start with thinking. So this is how my thinking was going on for that session. So I document my every state of minds for comparing and learning. So that is how we identify new things from the brainwave. So in this session I felt that my mind is wandering too much and I wanted to do a meditation session, but the moment I started the meditation session I kept on wandering my mind and I lost full control of it. That is when I understood I was not listening to or attentive to the meditation. I have completely lost my mind. So the data also showed exactly what it happened. And when you have a wandering mind, that is the moment when subjectively our mind is not in the body but being attached into some other past or future events and engaging with it in a high energy thoughts, reasoning, etc. So here you can see the power spectral density. So power spectral density means the amplitude and the power that frequency band has for that moment. So if you see here, the thinking frequency had too much volatility. So for a normal mind, when it is meditative, in a meditative state or in an efficient state, the graph would look very stable, but being in mind wandering, it was very volatile and unstable. One other point is, once you are wandering in the mind and you are jumping from one thought to another thought, in the brainwave, what is happening is every change of thought, every activity in the mind actually is a consumption of an energy in the brain. So if you are engaging in a very unstable, volatile thought, you may consume more energy for the brain and you may drain faster. So that is why when you do meditate, when you use your mind in a stable way, you have more energy and you feel more energetic, a very efficient mind. If you look into the thinking volatility, you can surely see that the mind was not stable and it was very wandering as well. So in mind fitness, you can check each function, how was it happening and what was its disorders at that moment. So you can see here there was 80% of wandering. It is a very severely afflicted state, and because of this 80% wandering, I was engaging in a very wandered thoughts, and being attached with that thought, I may lost complete self-awareness. I would have forgot that I am meditating. So mostly when you have wandering happening, what we lose is the self-awareness, where we cannot see what our mind is doing, but we become the mind. So this is how thinking got affected. But as I said, once you are in wandering mind, it will affect everything. So because of severely engaged in mind wandering, in thoughts, in reasoning, in understanding and everything, every mind function will be affected. So having a 80% wandering in thoughts, and you can see here there was 78% in reasoning and 76% in understanding. And if you go into subconscious functions, I had 76% wandering. So once wandering is affected a mind, every function will be affected and we may completely lose our self-awareness. If you keep on attached to the mind wandering, it will use a lot of energy and you will drain yourself faster, and it can lead to various other disorders as well. So because of severe mind wandering, I was engaged in fear. I was actually losing my attention. So this was the probability of disorders. And you can see 17% of overthinking. So as I said, once we lose our self-awareness to wandering, we may lose our control our mind fully. And that is why in the ancient wisdom of awakening consciousness, the quality of wandering mind is the first ailment they tried to address. So as being inspired by the ancient wisdom of consciousness from Egypt, what I understood is the ancient Egyptians represented the mind wandering as Seth. If you look into the Egyptian pantheons, the deity, it's not deity actually, it is the representation of our mental states. So Seth is represented as mind wandering. So that is why Seth killed Osiris. So every ancient wisdom, through passage of time, people misunderstand it as mythology, or people misunderstand it as a false history. The same happened to the ancient Egyptian wisdom as well. Before 5000, 4000 years, the people who were awakened in their consciousness wrote these techniques and technologies of awakening consciousness, and the later people who were not awakened enough misunderstood it to be mythologies and deities and false histories. But if you still look into the documents, if you still look into the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics and their inscriptions, what we can understand, the word Seth means wandering. The Seth is what became when Egyptian civilization is lost, then emerged with different various cultures, and the nearest is the Arabic. So in Arabic, in ancient classic Arabic, the root word of Satanu means to wander, to move far away. The word shaitan is originated from the root Satanun, which means to wander. So what exactly it tells us is that mind wandering is a severe dysfunction of mind, and if you don't address it, it will create a lot of mental health issues. So always the first step of looking to awaken yourself is always to make sure that you keep your mind grounded in your body and don't allow it to engage in wandering thought. So if you allow it to engage, it will go and create havoc in you. It will go and engage with uncontrollable things, which will create a lot of energy issues for you, and it will create big disorders in the mind. So I hope this small video helps you to understand how much is important to keep your mind non-wandering, and why all the ancient traditions explained the first step into awakening your consciousness is to stop mind wandering and be grounded. Being stable and being still is the way to look inward. So I hope this will help. I hope this will help you in your journey to awakening consciousness. Keep following the channel, and I'll be coming up with another video with new insights. Thank you for watching. See you soon.